Welcome first years once again to your continuation of explanation of prepositions. If you remember, in the previous classes we have discussed about how the prepositions, what is the actual meaning of prepositions and how they help to understand us the position of a noun or a pronoun, or all the nouns. They can give us an idea what is the position of the nouns, and sometimes it becomes a little bit tricky to understand the prepositions, but you would have to find out all the details in a clear way. You have to understand those, whatever I am explaining it to you. Then you have to do the practice as I have mentioned it very clearly on the board, like on which page number you can find the prepositions in the reader as well as in the study material. Page number 74 you can find it out in the textbook, and page number 67 in the study material. Lot of exercises being given. It is for your betterment. If you do all the exercises by yourself, then check it out the answers. Then if suppose there is any mistake, so please write it down your mistake in your notes, so you get an idea that you will repeat the whole sentence while writing, so you will never repeat the same mistake in the examination. So this is my advice for you to understand the prepositions or any other grammar item. Now we'll go ahead with that. In the previous class we have studied about many other prepositions and their uses. Now we have certain other prepositions and their uses. First we'll go ahead with. It is used before nouns, as used as instruments. Instruments, the things which can help us to work out, not necessarily musical instruments. It can be any tool or any other thing which can help us to perform certain action. Okay, so the example being given here is that the walls were painted with imported brushes. With what they have actually painted? Color was there and all, but the instrument, what they have taken the instrument as the imported brushes. So the walls were painted with imported brushes. Here with can be called as the preposition. If the sentence being given like that and with is underlined, identify the parts of speech. So immediately you have to go ahead, you have to understand that what is the noun here? Walls. And what is the instrument here? Brush. So here you are using with. That means it is getting at a place of preposition, because according to the sentences, parts of speech get changed. We cannot say always that with could be a preposition. Sometimes it can be used in a form of conjunction. So be careful about that one. You first of all you have to read the sentence, understand that where we are using. Remember this point. It can be used as a or before the instruments. Now between and among. These are the few among the few words which are actually difficult to get an idea immediately. Now between, it refers to a position in the middle of the two. Between refer to the position in the middle of the two. For example, Hina is standing between Sania and Aarti. Where Hina is standing? Between Sania and Aarti. That means she has grabbed a middle position. So here when we are talking only about two people, then the mid position. The same way, the board is in between the two walls. The board is in between the two walls. That means only you are referring to two things, in between the third is there. Now the next is among. Refer to a position in the middle of many. It refers to a position where we are actually discussing in between, or you can say in the middle of the many people. Like I distribute chocolates among my classmates. So among my classmates, it's not two classmates, among the whole class. So many are there. Example being given, he doesn't like to sit among politicians. When many politicians are there and he doesn't want to sit, or he doesn't like to sit among the politicians. When we are referring among, when the position in the middle of many, of two. Mid position only, but two or many. Now next is of. The use is of. Sometimes we have OFF as well. That is different. This is of. It has 2-3 uses, so get into mind. The first one is with nouns referring to feelings. It is used to show the feelings of a noun. Like for example, she is fond of chocolates. She is fond of chocolates. She has the fear of snakes. Okay. What feeling we are showing here? Fond means liking. There we are showing in the next sentence what we have told. She has the fear of snakes. Fear is a feeling, an emotion. So it is being given here like with nouns referring to the feelings. Now next is that to show belongings of someone or something. Like a certain thing belongs to so and so. So there we can use of. Are you talking of her dog? Are you talking of her dog? That means the dog belongs to so and so person. So when we want to show the belonging, or you can say possession of a person, of a thing, then we can use of. She is a student of mine. Mine, again a possession, mine. Of we are using to show that the so and so girl is the student of myself. Now next is to show the quality. The quality of a noun or any quality to be shown. He is the man of his words. He is the man of his words. That means the person can keep his words. He is of great intelligence. The person is of great intelligence, or you can say the student is of great intelligence. Showing the, what showing here? Quality. Intelligence is the quality. Of his words means here showing the person who is very determined about his words. He is not a fickle minded one. So there we are showing is that the quality of a person, and here also the quality of a human being. Now use with the quantifiers. Quantifiers which can, like quantity. Here it is the quality, here it is the quantity, which can shows the quantity. All of a sudden it had happened. She has done a lot of mistakes. A lot of mistakes. A bit of. Taken a bit of chocolate, ice cream, something. A bit of. A kilo of any other vegetable, spinach, whatever you want it, you can go for that. A kilo of. So here we are using of with showing the quantity, how much quantity it is there. It is not necessary always to measure that. We are talking about all, lot, bit, kilo, varieties are there. Okay, but with that we are using of to give the complete sense of the sentence. Now this is the uses of. All these are the uses of. Now we have different ones. Prepositions in questions. Prepositions which are actually normally we find it at the end of the sentence or the question, where the question mark be put. So here is that about, to, from, many are there which we can use according to the framing of the question. We can get the preposition at the last. What are you talking about? Okay. From where you are coming, or where are you coming from, wherever you are using. That goes for the prepositions. Using those prepositions as a end at the of the questions, we can call them as the prepositions in questions. Very few being used, but according to the frame of the sentence or according to the frame of the questions, we can go ahead or we can find the prepositions at the end. The question mark would be given. So they may give this type of the question as well to find it out that whether you are good at understanding prepositions or not. So if you are getting that type of the question and overall being there written, and you have to find out where is preposition or what preposition you have to fill it up, because as I said in your section C, the next part after articles, the second is the prepositions. In the prepositions, they may give you one sentence and the end of the sentence or in between, anywhere it could be a blank. The blank you have to fill it up. So suppose they have given you, what are you talking? Blank. Now you should know that I have to add about over here. Are you getting? Because prepositions can come in the last also. So you would have to keep it in mind. Some are the simple prepositions. They are known as the monosyllabic. One sound, single sound. On, at, of, for, to, from, all comes under your simple prepositions. Some are the complex prepositions or they are called as the phrasal prepositions. We have to take them a whole part of this word to make one preposition. In search of, in front of. If you carefully check it out, these are all your prepositions. Search, if you take it out separately, it can become something different. It can be a verb. But what about here? When we are talking in and of, in between we are keeping that word. So here it is making a prepositional phrase, or you can say the complex prepositions. Next is aware of. I am aware of my weaknesses, or I am aware of my strengths. My house is in front of the college. Call on, so and so time. Made with. This particular thing is made up of or made with so and so ingredients. Give up, to forget out, to just leave that. These are the complex prepositions which you will be you have in your readers. You would have to find it out, and it is being given in your study material. Keep the study material in front, and there are lot of blanks being given. With this, they have given a lot of complex prepositions as well as the blanks. Now what you have to do is that according to the sentence, read the sentence, then fill up the blank, whatever it is needed. It's very easy to understand. You are not a small kid. You can get it very easily. If you read the sentence, if anywhere you are getting difficulty, just leave the blank over there. Then afterwards completing the whole. Once check it out, completing the blanks. Once again go back to the one where you haven't done and leftover words are there, leftover prepositions, then check it out and then fill it up wherever you have left the blank. Once, twice, thrice you have to check, because during the examination you have to maintain the timings. In the particular frame of time, you have to complete the overall question paper. So how could you complete the question paper if you go on thinking a lot? If you are thinking a lot and you are not getting the answer for you, that means you are spending a lot of time on a particular question. So it's better to divide the time and do it in a better way. So here is that with this we have completed the prepositions, and there are certain prepositions more are there, like here I have given you few more are there, you can add it out. If you go through that study material carefully, you can get the answer for yourself. And I said you don't copy down the answers, practice it by yourself. It is for your betterment. Anybody can copy down, anybody can present it out, but the main criteria of learning something is that you would have to find out how much potential you have, how much you can able to do. That is main thing, and it is your own you can say test. It is your own test you are conducting, whether I have understood properly or not. If you haven't understood, once again repeat the video and then watch it out, then fill up the blank. That's nothing, not a big deal. You have the explanation of the prepositions in previous class also I have explained, now also I have explained. I hope it had made it very clear to you what the prepositions are and how could it be used to show the position of the nouns and the pronouns. So now with this we end the class of prepositions. In the next class we'll meet with the another grammar item. By the time, take care, have a nice day.